So the recruitment of Savion Hiter has been nothing short of mildly interesting. But a new wrinkle in the running backs recruitment process has me really excited for Michigan's chances at this point. But we'll get into that in a second. First off, a little aside here. Did you know that Michigan State claims a national championship from 1957 despite the fact that they ranked number 3 in the final AP poll? Frankly, they're the ones who like to say that no one cared about college football until about the time that Mark D'Antonio showed up with his trademark scowl. Rather coincidental, is it not? But by that logic, I'm not sure why we're even counting national championships from back when Dean Martin was still relevant. But that's not important, nor is it why you clicked on this video. You want to hear about a team that's actually relevant like Michigan. Because frankly, Michigan State, their program, and their fans have a lot in common with organizations like the Green Party, the WNBA, and even the Federal Reserve. They exist, but no one cares. Now, about Savion Hiter.
Touchdown, Wolverines!
So a piece of news has broken about the recruitment of one Savion Hiter, the 5-star running back from Mineral, Virginia. I wonder if they drink a lot of mineral water in Mineral, Virginia. Hiter has announced that he will announce his commitment on August 19th. He still has teams like Ohio State, Georgia, and Tennessee after him, although Michigan is still somewhat considered to be the leader in his recruitment. And frankly, the date of his commitment may not seem important, but that's actually the birthday of none other than Bryce Underwood, soon to be 2-time Heisman winner, national champion, and husband of Sydney Sweeney. I don't know, just a feeling. Georgia is pretty desperate for him, it seems, because right now they only have one running back in their 2026 recruiting class, which is currently ranked number 1 in the nation from a talent composite standpoint, and a most likely to end up in prison from causing a traffic incident standpoint. USC, for reasons God himself only knows, find themselves at number 2, and Ohio State finds themselves all the way down here at number 9. Poor Ohio State. Where's Michigan? Well, much like Michigan State, that's not really relevant to this conversation. I'm already showing them. All right, I joke. Michigan finds themselves down here at number 11. They also have a running back committed as well, but the running back room at Michigan has never really been one to suffer, especially in recent times. Now, obviously, we had Jordan Marshall go off against a solid Alabama defense, putting up 100 yards rushing. Him, along with the addition of Justice Haynes, makes Michigan's running back room easily one of the best in the nation as long as the offensive line can gel properly. I think that they'll be winning Michigan a lot of games this season. But there's this interesting article from Zach Reagan about Savion Hiter. Georgia Bulldogs and Ohio State Buckeyes reportedly unwilling to match NIL offer from Tennessee Volunteers in battle for 5-star recruit. He says, Georgia Bulldogs and Ohio State Buckeyes, shouldn't it say the Ohio State Buckeyes? Oh, now I'm doing it. Reportedly unwilling to match NIL offer from Tennessee Vols and... Oh, I see. This is just the name of the headline again. They got me. The Tennessee Vols are reportedly willing to outspend Georgia and Ohio State in the battle for an elite 2026 5-star recruit. Tennessee is pushing hard to land a commitment from 2026 5-star running back Savion Hiter. And in case you didn't know from the 4 times it's been mentioned at this point, he is a 2026 recruit, Savion Hiter. Hiter, 5'11", 200 pounds, from Mineral, Virginia, where they drink a lot of mineral water, is rated in 247 Sports composite rankings as the number 1 running back in the nation for the 2026 class, I might add. He's set to announce his commitment date on August 19th. Michigan, Georgia, Ohio State, Tennessee are the 4 teams in the mix for Hiter. So Michigan and Tennessee are willing to spend more on Hiter's NIL package than Ohio State and Georgia. Now, we have to ask ourselves, is that because Ohio State and Georgia can't afford them? Him, I should say, or have they spent their money elsewhere? Now, Michigan has definitely picked up their NIL game in the last year or two, especially considering the addition of Bryce Underwood, and frankly, I'm surprised that Tennessee is even in the NIL conversation at this point, considering their mascot is a volunteer. And like, the point of volunteering is that you don't make money. So where's this NIL money coming from? That's a stupid joke. But then there was this other interesting report from Michigan that transfer running back CJ Hester has redshirted for this season with plans to enter the transfer portal for next season. Now, considering where the running back room is now, it is likely, or possible I should say, that he saw that the potential addition of Hiter and said, screw this, I want to play football now, and decided to transfer somewhere else that's desperate for good players, like Michigan State. I get it. I'm taking a lot of unnecessary shots at MSU. The reason being, it's fun. But this does make you wonder, did the coaches tell him that they expect to land Savion Hiter, and that'll make the running back room much more difficult for Hester to navigate outside of just this year? Obviously, correlation doesn't equal causation, but it is an interesting thought nonetheless, especially since Hiter's commitment falls on such a conspicuous date. But that's kind of the turn in Savion Hiter's recruitment. It's a really interesting thing that's going on right now, and it does actually kind of lend to the idea that maybe Michigan has upped their NIL game so much that they are actually starting to outspend some SEC schools and Ohio State, although Tennessee's an SEC school. But again, where are they getting their money? It makes no sense. It really doesn't. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think that Savion Hiter is coming to Michigan? What does his NIL package look like? Will Bryce Underwood marry Sydney Sweeney? Also, don't forget to like the video and subscribe, and we will catch you in the next video.